Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Landon Torres, and I'm here with
Maggie Moreland.
Let's get started. We've got an exciting week to catch up on.
We're starting off with our girls basketball teams, and they've been putting in some great work these past few weeks. The girls are playing Moulton on Tuesday, and they also have a tournament on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Come out and support. Junior number 3, Carly Stonish. Carly came out the gate showing that she is just as fierce on the basketball court as she is on the volleyball court. Carly showed that she can truly be a leader for this team, averaging a double-double for a tournament as well as having one of the best on the team. Carly also led the team on the defensive side of the ball with 4 deflections and 3.2 steals per game. She was also our sole player named to the all-tournament team. Ran up against a well-oiled machine in Moulton. Did not start off strong, but when we got back to playing Cobra basketball, things seemed to settle down a little. Very good test for us going into a tournament and preparing for district play. This game we were led by Carly Stonish, who was able to get to the free throw line 25 times. She gave her all from tip-off until her last minute, ending the game with 19 points and 13 rebounds. Our guards were definitely put to the test, but Lila Callis, who had 6 points and 4 rebounds, and Kaylee Parker with 5 points and 4 rebounds, were able to control the tempo enough to get us into good sets and have a decent flow of the game. Big time shot for Kaylee Parker out of a halftime timeout towards the end of the game. Very up and down tournament for us. Started off with the toughest team in the tournament and wasn't able to match their intensity. Was able to settle down the next few games of the tournament and get ourselves into the gold bracket to finish out the weekend. Matched up with a district foe of Columbus and didn't show up to play and lost the first game in the bracket, 44-31. Then for the third place game, where we ran back into the tough team of Bay Area Christian again. The first game they won 61-36. We showed ourselves just how good and competitive we are and grew through the weekend, and with that growth, we only had a deficit of 7 against them this time. This tournament, Lanaya showed flashes of her dominance throughout the tournament, averaging 5.5 points and 3.3 rebounds per game. Carly was a force to be reckoned with, scoring and rebounding wise, with 15.7 points and 9.7 rebounds per game. But a slight injury sidelined her the last 2 games. Kaylee Parker showed everyone the scorer that truly is, and we were able to get Allie back from a shoulder injury that showed great rewards for us. Lila Callis was named to the all-tourney team after averaging 6 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. The JV team opened their season at the Schulenburg tournament on November 20-22. They ended with a 2-2 record that showed both promise and areas for growth. JV lost close games to 2 solid 4A teams. They lost 21-36 to Smithville and 34-35 to Navarro. JV Cobras made a rebound with 2 wins. They beat Weimar 25-3 and Gideon's 38-29. They faced another challenging game on November 24th against Angleton, a solid 5A team. Sadly, we lost 25-37. After the tough loss against Angleton, the JV Cobras secured their win against Bishop on November 26, winning 33-17. Earlier this week, JV suffered a setback against Moulton, but still put up a fight. They lost 27-32. The girls are playing in Aransas Pass on Tuesday.
Last week, boys varsity basketball team played against Bowling, Karn City, and St. Joe. The JV boys played against Ostwell, Tivoli, and Calhoun. The Clark Constructor Athlete of the Week this past week was Corbin Singer. Corbin has been a bright spot early this year with leading this offense as a point guard, being a disruptor on defense. This week's Clark Constructor of the Week is Josiah Lopez. He has worked extremely well on and off the court. This year, the Cobras start 4-1. This is the best start under Coach Van Duren. The Cobras defense suffocated Bowling this week all game long. great effort by the Cobras, beating Bowling 32-30. The defense showed up against Karn City. The first quarter ended 10-2, and the Cobras ended the game going on a 19-2 run to close out for a 41-29 win to average last year's loss. Versus St. Joe, though, the Cobras lost 44-23. Cobras' bad habits and trust off scheme reverted back to last year's team and didn't play up to early standards they set for the season. Cobras committed 24 turnovers but kept the streak alive, keeping opponents under 50 points. Last week, Cobras versus 4A Brazosport lost 56-64, close game. Versus 4A Lampasas, the Cobras battled against a 6'8 player and came up short 59-34. Next, we played 4A Sweeney and won 56-37 and ended the day versus Pasadena San Rayburn. They were competitive, but we came up short 45-32. The Cobras ended Saturday with a loss to Royal 38-50. The Industrial Cobras JV A squad competed in the Faith Academy Cougars Classic Varsity Tournament this past week and put together a strong showing against tough varsity level competition. The Cobras finished 4th overall, going 2-2 on the weekend. Industrial picked up wins over Victoria Cobras and the Corpus Christi Wings. Showing poise and teamwork on both ends of the floor, they battled hard in their matchup against Victoria West JV and Faith Academy, ultimately coming up just short. Nate Cheney led the way offensively, averaging 13 points per game and earning a spot on the all-tournament team for his outstanding play. Weston Kachera and Braden Warren also had a strong weekend, each averaging 8 points per game and providing a consistent production. Proud of the fight, growth, and competitiveness shown by this group, the Cobras continue to get better every week. This season, the JV boys have a score of 1-1. In the first game, Jackson Sandoval hit a game winner to beat Ostwell Tivoli. The overall score of the game was 41-39. Cobras and the leading scorers, Calum Wilden and Jackson Sandoval, hit the game with an outstanding three-pointer from half court to get the win. Against Calhoun, the team struggled with a lack of team depth, granting them a loss in a competitive game. The overall score of the game was 38-17. Jackson led the team with 6 points, and Calum Wilden also carried the offensive load. Both players were substantial competitors for the game. Boys basketball will be playing in Goliad Tuesday and also have a tournament Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Van Vleck. Come out and support. Great job, basketball boys. Now let's hear I messed up that last part.
Okay, just play the camera and say it again.
Good job, basketball boys. Now let's hear from some of our amazing students and coaches in this week's interview.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Katie Albus, and I'm here with junior guard Kyler Caskey. What is your approach after a tough loss?
I think about the mistakes that we made as a team and individually, and I try and learn from those. But I also try not to think about it too much to where it's gonna affect me going to the next game.
How do you handle pressure during the game?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much because when there's so much pressure, it just starts stressing me out and then I start underperforming. But at the same time, it's good to have pressure because it makes you want it more.
Next, we'll be interviewing Sailor Lane.
Welcome back, Cobra friends. I'm Noah Mendez, and I am here with Sailor Lane. What are your greatest strengths?
I feel in basketball, my greatest strengths, since I'm a post player, would probably be just blocking out girls and making it easier for my team to get rebounds and just getting big down at the basket so I can just help my team.
How do you feel about this being your last year at Industrial?
I've played basketball ever since 7th grade, so I've been in this program a long time, and I really love the girls. I love just playing, and it just brings me so much joy. And yes, it is my last year, but I'm trying to make it the best one I can have.
How do you balance your basketball life, with your school life?
It's obviously school comes first. I'm a student athlete, and once I get all my schoolwork done, then I can really focus on all of my basketball duties, and such as watching film, holding my other players accountable to what they need to do for our team. And yes, it is hard at sometimes, but I love doing it.
Thank you, Sailor, for joining us.
The Snake Pit game of the week is Fred Says. Fred Says is a game where one person tells others what to do. You only do what they say if they start with Fred Says. If they don't say Fred Says first, don't do it. If you mess up, you're out. The last person left wins. Fred says do jumping jacks. Fred says stop. Fred says run in place. Stop. Fred says touch your nose. Fred says jump. Fred says spin. Fred says rub head and touch belly. Fred says stop.
Oh, Mason's out.
Oh.
What? He didn't say Fred says stop spinning.
Oh.
So
Thought I did.
She didn't stop spinning either.
I stopped spinning. She was still spinning. Yeah, Bella was still spinning. Yeah. Until Fred said stop.
Yeah. Thank you all Cobras for tuning into the weekly Cobra Sports Network. As always, it's a great day to be a Cobra.